In this video, we'll be talking about the best kind of drone shots to get. Now, you can definitely run a successful video production company without having a drone, but I found it to be super useful and a lot of my clients like putting the occasional drone shot in their videos. Let's talk about the best kind of shots to get with a drone. When getting these shots, keep in mind that your drone is a tool and you would only want to use it to get shots that you're not able to get with your camera. Although the cameras on these drones are decent, they still aren't as great as the main camera that you should be shooting with, so I only take out my drone when it allows me to get a shot that I absolutely can't get with my main camera. The first shot on the list is the Jib Down shot. A jib is something that moves your camera up and down on a long arm, and this shot is replicating that. This is the most common shot for establishing shots of a location. It makes you feel like you're flying down to the location and that you're arriving in a sense. To get this shot, start high and then fly down towards the subject and slowly tilt the camera up as you do so, keeping the subject in frame. The second shot on the list is the complete reverse of the Jib Down shot, which is the Jib Up shot. Just do everything that I just said, but reverse it. This is a great shot used for ending a video and making it seem like you're flying away. Shot number 3 is the push-in, which is pretty self-explanatory. You just push in with the drone like this. One way to make this shot even more interesting is to slowly tilt up the camera to reveal your subject, or slowly tilt down the camera if your subject is hiding behind something. Shot number 4 is the pull-out, which is the reverse of the push-in. You can combine this with a Jib Up shot to add some distance and height as you pull away. Shot number 5 is the Parallax shot, which is the exact same as you would do with a gimbal, but just up in the air. You keep your subject in the middle of the frame, and then you do a half circle around them and you see the background whip past as they stay in the frame. And finally, shot number 6 is the twist shot, where you have your subject directly beneath you, and as you rise, you slowly turn your drone like this. Again, with these shots, you can combine any combination of these shots to make your shots more interesting, but keep in mind that some of these shots can get pretty tricky to do. Like for example, one of my favorite shots to get with the drone is to start low and close to my subject, and then as I back up, I also raise the drone, tilt the camera down, and do a half circle all at the same time. It takes a lot of coordination to be able to control all those different things at the same time, but with practice, you'll for sure be able to get it down. Now, a few tips to help your drone shots look cinematic and professional. Tip number 1 is to always keep your drone moving while getting a shot. Too often I see beginner filmmakers fly their drone up somewhere and then stop the motion and press record. That's basically a tripod shot from the air, and in my opinion, it looks super boring. If you're going to be getting a drone shot, make sure that smooth movement is always happening and that your shot has a purpose to it. Tip number 2 is to plan out your shot before you do it. Take some time to plan out what kind of shots you want to get and then practice getting those shots. As you film, make little adjustments with each take until you nail the shot. Tip number 3 is to get close to objects to use as foreground and to create depth. If you look at these shots, you'll see that what makes them interesting is that there's foreground and background, giving the shot depth and making it look interesting and cinematic. Also keep in mind that the closer you are to something, the faster it'll appear to be moving. If you're flying just a few feet above a tree, it'll look like you're going a lot faster than if you were flying 100 feet above a tree. And tip number 4 is realize that most drones come with a wide angle lens, so shots moving forward and backward usually look the best. The DJI Mavic 2 Pro has a feature where you can punch in with a camera to make it look like it's shot with a tight lens, so that feature is great for getting parallax shots, but most of the time with a wide lens, shots moving forward and backward will look the best. But that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.